Hey guys, welcome to a new video. You see the title, you're probably wondering how much my virtual assistant made me the first week of the job. They've actually, I have two virtual assistants now. A lot of you have applied for a virtual assistant position. I told you guys that by the end of August, we're going to decide who, gets it, who gets the job, if somebody gets the job. We've had so many number of applications, I can't even add them up. But I'm going to reveal to you guys how much we've made with everything we've been doing with the virtual assistants, with the new one specifically, the first week on the job. So they've been working for a while, but it's not like the week just passed and all of a sudden I'm mentioning how much they made. I figured I'd make this video because it's going to tie into a review. So for those who don't know, my virtual assistant, I have two of them. I have one working on multiple different platforms, and I have one that specifically has one job and one job only. It doesn't get any harder than this. They go on Society6, and I'm going to go in the incognito tab because I don't want to show my actual account. Society6.com. They go on Society6.com. They use this tool, which is the one that you're seeing here, and they're supposed to find photos, either A, turn them into paintings and post them on Society6, or B, just post them the way they are on Society6 and get them to fit for as many different items as possible. All right, because you guys know with Society6, there's a whole bunch of items depending on the size of your image, all this kind of basically, all this kind of stuff, right? So before I even reveal how much they made, okay, which, it is what it is. But the first week on the job, posting 35 designs a day on Society6. Now, the 35, it's been up and down. Some like one day was like 38, another day was 32, another day was 29, another day was 34. So it's gone up and down, right? But scheduled to post 35 designs a day. Doing this with the unlimited photo, copyright-free images, whatever you want to call it, made $56 the first week. This is strictly on Society6. There's not any other platform. This is my second virtual assistant, not my first one, okay, for print on demand. I find that honestly, it's not that bad because I know that there's going to be compounding approaches in the future. We still have some things to iron out. Now, once again, this is a whole big experiment for me. I'm not really sure how this is going to pan out a year from now, 2 years from now. I really don't know. But to be honest, it's really not that bad to me. It's not something I'm frustrated with. It's not something I'm angry about. And I told you guys, I'm probably going to lose money before I make money. And with something like this, there are certain circumstances where you just have to lose money in the beginning, right? It's kind of the way it is. I'm making an investment, right? And I told you guys this, that I would pay the virtual assistant in the hopes of eventually making money in the future. The fact that we got this early into the game, the first week that they started working, and they made me $56 is not that bad. I would say it's not that bad. A number of different products sold, I don't really know, but I have them on the, I said this before actually, the landscape niche, like anything nature related, anything landscape. So I go over here, I type in the word nature, hit search, and there's a bunch of different images that pop up, and we use them for images. So like this image here, right here, perfect image, right? I'll take this, or they'll take this, and I'll show them exactly what to do. I'll take it, and I'll upload it to Society6, and I'll tell them, do this exactly. If the image would look better through painting, do it through painting. And what I tell them to do is do a mix of both. Like, come up with a certain number for the day. Like, if you're going to do, if you're scheduled to do 35 designs, do 20 designs that are just straight up paintings. And then the other ones, you just upload them regular, right? And do one group at a time. So take all the images that you decide you're going to do paintings, put them up as the paintings, take them, post them up on Society6. Then, once you're done doing that, then you take the other designs that are not paintings, and they're just like regular photography style, and you just upload them. Now, to me, like I said, this is not a problem. The $56, 35 designs a day for a whole week, 5 days a week. The weekends are off. It's not bad. Once again, I'm not angry. I'm not frustrated. I fully understand, because I've been in the ringer for a long time doing this, that I'm well aware it's going to take some time. It's going to take some money. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. It's going to take some investment. This is just part of the game. The thing that makes this really, really special for me is because I have the money to spend now. This is the way I look at it. Maybe other people look at it differently, but I have the money to invest right now. And the reason why I have this money is because I'm working my you-know-what off every day on Redbubble for a very long time now. It's been almost 10 months. Like we're almost done with the 9th month. Now, some people might say, what are you talking about? This is the 7th month of the year. Yes, it's the 7th month of the year, guys, but I don't know if you guys know this. I know I said it, but I'm not really sure if you know this. I started 2 months prior to January of 2022, and I was going hard from before then. We're about to finish the 7th month of 2022. So that's why I say 10 months, right? Because once this month is over, it's been about 10 months, right? Or 10 is 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay, maybe a little more, 9 months, whatever. You guys get the point. But what I'm trying to say is it's been a while. And obviously, I'm getting real tired of it. But the income, like just this month, we've made more in the first 2 weeks of this month on Redbubble than we've made all of last month on Redbubble. All of the month before last month. So that's just an example as to what compounding does for you. Now, at this point, with the whole Society6, the virtual assistants, what they're doing is this income is not going to just explode overnight. I'm very well of that. I'm very well aware of that, and I'm very attuned to it because I've been through it, right? And this is just more like a documentation, I guess you could say, where I just speak my thoughts. This is not, for me, the best way to make money. Like, this is not the best thing that I could do. I just want to make sure that I could do it because if in the event that I ever have to revert to doing this kind of stuff, then I have it available to me. I have the same approach with blogging. Like, blogging is probably, for me personally, one of the most profitable ways to make money. But it doesn't happen the first year or sometimes even the first year and a half. After that, it's all money for me. But you got to think of it this way. How many virtual assistants can you hire that are going to be able to stay consistent, not give up on the job? When I say give up, I mean quit on the job for a straight year and a half. There's a lot of things that happen. I've hired a lot of college students before. I've hired a lot of freelancers. I've done all that kind of stuff where they'll just kind of step off, and that kind of slows down the progress. Now, mind you, I have a portfolio of websites that I have running that produce an income. So I would say about 4/7 of them, like 4 out of 7, are profitable. The other percentage, either we're working on, we're going to work on, or we haven't even worked on yet. And yes, once I get an idea, I purchase the domain name right away. I set up the basics, and then I look for somebody to buy, or sometimes it just stays there. It just ages for a while. It's not something that I prefer. Like I said, I just always have so many thoughts running through my head. And guys, I'm going to be honest and upfront with you guys. Not every single venture that I have is going to be successful. Like, this might be successful, this might not. I'm only 2 months into the game with this whole, even an idea around hiring virtual assistants. It's just been an idea. It hasn't even came to fruition up until recently when I hired the first virtual assistant. Speaking of virtual assistants, everybody who's applied, guys, we're going to see all those applications eventually at around the end of August. I said this, around the end of August is going to be the time, beginning of September. So if you've applied, great. You don't need to apply again. I've got people literally who've applied like over 7 to 8 times per person. If anything, that's just going to make things worse. It's not going to make it better. So after you apply once or twice, that's enough. Don't keep applying. And like I said, I don't need your life story. I don't need the whole, what I do now and all this. All you have to do is you send me your stores, your work, your examples, and I'll see. I'm not going to reply to anybody right now. So if you think that, you're waiting for a reply, you're not going to get a reply until around August to late August to early September. I just figured everybody to know that. And I don't say that to be offensive or anything, but you got to picture I'm getting literally like 30, 40, 50, 60 applicants a day. Sometimes those applicants are repeats. Like, people are copying the same message over and over and pasting it. So it's getting spammy. It's getting hard to tell who's what and everything like that. So I have to come up with a system before I even look into that. But this has been like a kind of like a I don't want to say a docu-series, but like, I'm documenting my experience. I don't know how well this is going to go. This is literally my first time hiring virtual assistants. Maybe by the end of 2023, I'll have like a full-on progress report, but I can't really speak on it right now. I'm just simply explaining what my experience is. The other virtual assistant, the first virtual assistant, they have a lot more work on their hands. I haven't added up how much money they made, and they've been working for over a month now, so it's been a little while, but I can't even begin to guess because they're working on Redbubble. They're working on Society6. I'm trying to get them to learn Zazzle. Zazzle's a little bit of it's a little more complicated. I already gave them the course. I don't know how much they even watched of it. I didn't even ask them yet. I have to connect with them later. Probably around the weekend time is when I'll connect. If not this week, then next week. But a lot of stuff going on. I mean, what did I say? Redbubble, TeePublic. We got them a TeePublic account that's approved, ready to go. With Redbubble, we've been working on we've been blasting Redbubble. Redbubble's been doing really, really well. And Society6, and there was another one. I'm losing my focus. It is what it is. I'm losing my focus. You guys know it's been a very long day, but you guys get the concept. Now, my review for this tool, if anybody who wants to know, as I'm using this tool, because you guys know how you're allowed to use it for print on demand and all these kind of extra stuff, commercial purposes, basically. I've never had, and I've had a few people ask me this, I've never had an issue with it yet. There's never been once where I got an email and says, we took down your work or anything like this. So honestly, I'm having a positive experience. I don't know how many people use this tool. I don't, my guess is not that much. A lot of people use the paid, the really heavily expensive paid, stock photography sites with commercial purposes, which in my opinion is just not ideal, because you look at the pricing, and I've done the research, it's not worth it to me. Like, I personally wouldn't go to Adobe Stock, pay $50 for access to 25 photos. I just wouldn't do that. That doesn't make financial sense. If I'm especially a beginner with keyword research and things like that, and I go out there on Society6 and I do keyword research, and I only have access to upload 25 photos, what if I'm a beginner and I don't know what I'm doing? Then I just basically spent $50 in the hole. With this tool, as opposed to it, I can spend $9.99 a month, right? I think that's what the cost is, right? Let me check. $9.99 a month, there you go. Or I could pay $79.99 yearly, which is a huge discount if you think about it. The yearly would be $120. I think they wrote it down here. Okay, the yearly for them is $100, and you get it for $79.99. They're whatever, but regardless, it's a discount. Let's say you pay $9.99 a month, right? Let's say you do it just for 2 months. Well, you can upload in that 2-month process, or you can download at least thousands and thousands and thousands of photos, set you up for the whole year if you really wanted to. You could put it all up in a file and then just slowly upload, which is actually a pretty good strategy if you're saving money, right? Like, I would go here, if you guys are on like a budget, go here to the tool, type in something like, I don't know, let's just say nature. Let's just use that example. Okay, this might not be the best example. Let's just use the example. Let's say you have, and my recommendation is go with a specific niche for each store, no matter what the platform is. So you just download by clicking, click, right? You just download as much as you possibly can, and then you come back to it later, let's just say a week from now after you finish downloading, or heck, even a month from now. Let's just say you spend the whole month downloading, and then you cancel your subscription, right? And then you get into uploading, see where that goes. If you have a little extra money, maybe you could hire somebody like from Fiverr to download for you and get it all sent in like a folder, like a Google, what is it called? Not Google Chrome, Google Drive. There we go. Whatever, hard drive. Google. You guys know what the hell I'm talking about. The cloud-based drive. This is a perfect example of how tired I am. I can't even form my words. But they'll upload it into the cloud, and then slowly you could take them and put them on your website. Not your website, your Society6, your Zazzle, whatever you want to upload it on. Redbubble, TeePublic. Maybe it would work significantly well on Zazzle. I'm not even sure. I haven't tried stuff like this on Zazzle. I'll give it a shot. I'll let you guys know. But honestly, so far with this software, virtual assistants have been using it, no problems. I personally have been using it, zero problems. There's never been once where I had like a glitch or a hiccup of some sort, which is really good. And the cool thing I like about this also is that they have like these sections, the stock, black and white, vector, fine art, illustrations, etc. I can search for things based on that. Like I can type in nature here, and I can go for just black and white photos of nature. Now, I'm not sure how many there are of those, but you get my point, right? Okay, so clearly they have a lot, but you get the point, right? And there are people who would pay for something like this. You put it on a Society6 canvas, you put it on a Redbubble phone case, you do whatever you got to do. There are people who would pay for things like this. So it's pretty cool. Definitely worth it in my opinion. $10, not much. Especially like if you think about this, any other company that would hire people to do this, like straight up employees, they're dropping lots and lots of that corporate money on the bigger programs. They're not going to know about programs like this. So for me, I'm always looking, not how to cut corners, but looking how to save money. And you guys know, since I'm hiring virtual assistants, since I'm doing things cost and things get expensive, especially when they add up. Like if you're doing it for one or two virtual assistants, it's really not a big deal. I mean, you could handle the money pretty easily. But when you're doing it with a significant amount and you're doing a lot of work, and you guys got to remember, I have a portfolio literally of over 60-something websites. I would say like I said, 3 out of 7 are not active. And when I say not active, they're not producing income. Whether they're not active, maybe they are active and I'm still working on them, whatever the case. But the other ones, we're talking over 40-something websites, I got virtual assistants running those. I got virtual assistants checking up. I'm always messaging them. A lot of things are going on behind the scenes. So the money adds up and it becomes costly very, very quickly. So sometimes I'm always looking for the better deal. To me, this is just purely the better deal, right? I can download as much as I can. There's this one software that we used to use in the past. They don't offer this deal anymore, but they would make you pay a one-time payment price, and they would limit as to how many you can use on a daily basis. And that's the thing that kind of bothered me, because if I want to set a virtual assistant, or let's say 10 virtual assistants on my account, I can't do that. Because if I have a certain set number that I could download and use, then I'm not going to be able to profit, really. Because how am I going to be I would have to buy more accounts, which really defeats the purpose, right? With this, I could pay once, get it over with, and get the job done. So for my virtual assistants, I'm using cheap, $9.99 a month. Once I make sure that the virtual assistant is locked in with me, I'll pay the yearly, I'll drop it, get it done. But, pretty good in my opinion. I feel like it's a decent price. So now you guys kind of know what I'm thinking, some of the thoughts in my head. And I figured I'd just share this because I don't know who's out there experiencing the same things, hiring virtual assistants. And I'm not saying that I'm some rare breed or something. I'm literally just saying that I haven't seen like any videos on the concept of hiring people for print on demand, getting the work done. Maybe there's people out there, I don't know about them. If there are, let me know. But I feel like I'm going here into uncharted territories, as I normally do, and I'm just documenting the process. I don't know how well it's going to go. I don't know how bad it's going to go. I don't know if it's going to be a complete flunk and a complete loss, or it could be a massive success. Who really knows? There's only one way to tell, and that's just to go through it. So I'm using that income that I'm making from Redbubble, which is getting to be very significant now, and funneling it into some of the expenses. That's why I want to expand really quickly. That's why I want to hire another 2 or 3 virtual assistants within the next coming months. And you guys have obviously applied and all that kind of stuff, so we're going to get into that. But that's something I just figured I'd say, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. If you have any questions on anything, let me know. I'll try to answer as much as I can. I've just been super, super busy these days. But if something is like really, really pressing or really serious, just comment it multiple times. I'll get access to you eventually, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right? Peace out. Bye.